Hey Capricorn, welcome to your April 2021 general reading. It's general. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You may get a little, you may get a lot. Be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, as well as check your midheaven. That's something that I generally like to do. I want to scoot my chair back. So that's something that I typically like to do. So if you're familiar with that aspect of your natal chart, go for it. I find like I get pretty good accurate reads when I do that, when I'm listening to other YouTube readers. So one of the first few things that came up was, it's funny because I had noticed like an ant on my wall, and then I got an image of like your immediate surroundings being filled with color and possibility, but looking up kind of where there's like a hill or some mountains, looking off in the distance on the horizon. It was all black and white. So I feel like this is similar to Leo's reading for some reason. I know I said something in one of the other signs about be careful how you paint the picture, like how you color a scene. And it could be that you're needing a shakeup in the routine, wanting to look at things differently. So I feel like it's really important at this time, Capricorn, to be a little bit more creative moving forward. I feel like maybe you've been stuck in a rut working on making something work, working through some type of maybe tried and true process or approach to a situation that has left you. Granted, it's offered you a space of presence, of being present and being grounded because you are an earth sign. But I don't feel like it's uplifted you in any way. And there is something about being able to elevate things, to bring your own creative ability into form, and to move and maybe color outside the lines. I feel like, let's see, a lot of these cards fell down. Oh, there's just like a lot of big energy. And I think maybe it could be a lot of things falling away, things as you know them. Maybe a lot of energy finally coming into form and getting grounded. I feel like there could be things unexpected, inspiration that kind of hits. And I feel like it's important for you to not look down, but to remain grounded. But I don't know, I feel like it's something about going off script, maybe improvising. There we go. Interesting, Capricorn. So we have the Devil card, that's you. We have the Tower card, and we have the Magician in the reverse. So in light of some recent changes, it could be that you're attempting to control or manipulate a situation by using some type of method or process that you feel like is tried and true, when really it's never quite worked for you, Capricorn. And you could be like spinning your wheels out, burning yourself out to some degree. And it's leaving you feeling kind of hungry, kind of depleted in some way. And so this could cause some form of like entrapment for when someone does want to dangle a carrot in front of you, that you just might do whatever you can to take it. So there's like a level of desperation with you spinning your wheels and trying to force something to work out. People will see that and use that against you in some way. And the universe will use them to help teach you some type of lesson. And this could be some type of energy that is now just being exposed or come to light, or it could be, I feel like it's a recurring thing. I feel like it happens more than once, and it has happened to you more than once, Capricorn. And it's just a matter of, have you noticed that when it happens? Have you acknowledged it and then changed your method or approach? improvised, let's say. There's something about keep them guessing, Capricorn, keep them guessing, because everyone feels like they have you pinned and that you're hardworking, you're disciplined, you're responsible. Not that you're going to give up being any of these things, but you're not going to do them in the way that people anticipate or expect of you. Therefore, they cannot in fact, attempt to control or manipulate you in any way, which is bravo, Cap. So here at the bottom of the deck, we have the Justice card. So again, talking about your emotions and how you feel about something, maybe the emotional fatigue or the maybe suppressed or repressed emotions that come to light as you try to follow this process is keeping you from receiving fairness, really being able to reach a balanced state of being or to find balance in a situation. On the other side, we have the Hierophant, right? So it's important for you to set new boundaries, create a new framework of operating and moving through the world, Capricorn, in order for you to find that commitment that you seek, in order for you to feel like you can commit to something, in order for you to feel like you have leveled up and learned something in some way, because it feels like maybe you don't feel like you know enough. So maybe you're taking a lot of time trying to learn as much as you can, but experience is the best teacher, Capricorn, and you know this in your heart of hearts. But do you actually dive in and rehash things in order to have those more minor epiphanies or even major ones? But either way, there's something that you already know, but you don't know it yet. And so this is what April is all about. It's tapping into that inner well of knowledge so you can then transform how you feel about something so you can move and express and create differently. It's funny, I see kind of like a Pegasus or like a little fairy or something. It's just like fantasy, fantastic, something being fantastic, being able to rise above things, make wishes come true, really allow your faith and your intuition and your drive to take flight, for you to not have to be always pinned as the hardworking Capricorn, but to be seen and recognized for the work that you do put in. Hard meaning tangible, not hard meaning the effort, right? It's like something you can touch, that you can feel, that you can engage with. That is what your work is about. It's about grounding ideas and innovations and making something out of them, Capricorn. And so I feel like this is what you're finally stepping into doing, as opposed to dealing or entering situations where it's a scramble, right? So let's continue. I'm going to pull some oracle cards here. So I almost feel too like I'm getting like a fire escape. Right, I'm getting a fire escape. You know, it's kind of treacherous and dangerous in its own right. You know, it's like it's kind of choosing, well, do I want to stay in this building that's on fire, you know, with this tower card, with this building that's on fire, not knowing, you know, feeling like that's more stable and that, you know, I at least know what to expect. I can use some water or someone's going to save me, right? But then there's this fire escape. It's like, but if I do it myself, yeah, it's a little treacherous. It's a little risky. Maybe you're afraid of heights or afraid of success some way, you know, something like that. But there's something about the fire escape. You got to just take that risk. You got to allow things to be a little unstable in order for them to balance out and to you be grounded in a space that leads to other places, right? It was just a very interesting kind of thing. Fire escape. So yeah. All right, let's see what we've got here. And it's like also before, I feel like wherever you've come from, it's just kind of felt like your own like kind of prison. You know, it's like every day's been the same. It's kind of been like a Groundhog Day thing. It's like you feel accomplished for 1 minute and then a new day begins and you're like, well, here we go again. And so it's like, I feel like you kind of lost a little bit of heart and vitality, kind of like you're, hid your fangs for a while or forgot that you had any. And so it was just like much harder to chew or to process or to take a bite out of things. It's like maybe you were just hesitant because you had fallen into this kind of trap of the mundane everyday, like not really finding that magic in the moment. Is what I'm picking up on, Capricorn. So we have status, flirtation, and power. They're all in the reverse, but I'll also show you them in the upright just so you can see them really quick. But I'm going to let them sit in this reverse here. So while I interpret them a bit. So with this status card, it's like you didn't really know where you stood, and it's like you weren't really gaining momentum. It's like the status is what's the word? Inconclusive. It's like it's inconclusive. You're not really sure what's working, what's not working, because you weren't really being honest with yourself. You didn't really think there was another way of looking at things. It's like this is working for other people, I feel like, you know, or they seem okay. So I guess I'll be okay at some point, you know. It's like not really taking into account the much larger patterns that you've engaged with, because I feel like you've shifted workspaces or the, you know, ways that you do work or what you do, you know, or who you connect yourself with several times, right? Especially in this day and age with innovations in technology, you know, we're likely to learn things, adopt new skills, new job markets open up. And so we move perhaps with where there are current trends. Because we like to learn, we enjoy, you know, creating things that have hope of building legacy and long-term commitment and being long-standing, being withstanding, right? Because we're earth signs and I have a stellium in Capricorn. So like, I get that, right? And then here with this tower, we have flirtation, and it's like, you're tired of being strung along. You're tired of being kind of told to sit and wait when you know something's not right. And it's kind of just like, you can tell when there's something that is bigger than you. It's not a you thing. It's bigger than you know? And I know sometimes we talk about, you know, things that have us feeling powerless when we rise up to the occasion, but I don't feel like this was something you need to rise up to, because you're not necessarily the person that's going to fix the situation, because it's more of a thing that takes more of like a group effort or collective shift in order to have change or transform in some way with that flirtation card. And so it's like you're offering yourself some sort of, it's like you're offering yourself a little bit of protection here and a little extra time to figure some things out. So it's like you're being granted kind of the gift of time, the gift of space right now, even though it may not feel like that, even though it may feel a little rocky or unstable in some way. And then we have this power card here in the reverse. And again, I'm getting this very kind of like ethereal, interesting kind of, I don't know, it's like something about dreams, something about things that perhaps you had forgotten about kind of coming to light. And it's like an awakening of sorts, honestly. And I feel like it's you reclaiming your power. It's you feeling more empowered, but it's going to take you releasing control in some form or fashion. It's going to take you recognizing how you might have given your power away on certain occasions. And so it's like you're retraining yourself to get back into your, you know, to step back into who you are and allow all of your resources to be on the table, to be well organized, and to, it's like you're cleaning or you're dusting off your tools in some way here, Capricorn, and you're getting reorganized. You're moving things around. You're figuring stuff out where you like things. I'm sorry, there's someone's car alarm going off in the back. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords here. Sorry, we're gonna pull some more cards. So you felt like you've kept yourself away from making a certain decision. You know, I feel like you've talked yourself out of it maybe many times over, and I feel like that's you're coming to a space where like, nope, no longer. And I feel like a lot of people are coming into a place where they're having to make decisions, where they're having to figure stuff out, where they're having to make some type of shift. And I feel like you're in a space where you're kind of in between challenges. It's like, you know, it's not that things are going to be easy necessarily. And you may feel like it's a low point because I'm like looking at these two mountains and like the valley here kind of, and it's like you may feel like you're at a low point, but you're really not. In fact, you're going to see how much progress you truly have made, but you're also going to see the challenges that are meant for you. And I feel like as you step away and like you move from a situation, it's like you're gaining momentum to where that valley moment isn't going to be very long and help catapult you up to be on top for this next challenge, this next chapter of your life. But the longer that you wait to make a decision, the more that you sit and hesitate, the things are going to be kind of figured out for you, which is going to make it a rather sticky and somewhat slow situation to some degree. It's like, what do I want to say here? It's going to knock your confidence, so you're not going to be able to bounce back as quickly. It may have you in a moment of sitting with yourself and being like, I told you so, or other people saying, I told you so. I don't know. It just feels like you get served some crap and you're not going to like how it's, you know, how it's presented, let's just say. And it'll kind of knock you off your horse a little bit if you're not careful. But you know, trust your instinct here. Step away from something even though it doesn't make sense. You know, it's like you gotta color by numbers. Let's just kind of think like I was talking about before with that horizon and being black and white. Then we have this Nine of Pentacles, which is saying you are at the end of something. You are achieving abundance. Even though you feel like you're going back to square one, you in some way, or maybe even square two or three, you're really much farther, like I said, than you thought. And it's all about recognizing that whatever you're stepping away from is not truly a loss. It's just helping make space for more. And that's typically what it is, right? And it's like maybe you've had complaints about whatever it is. You know, you have been mulling it over to some degree. And now it's just like, yeah, but what are you waiting for? Why don't you just let it come in and surprise you? You can't just account for everything, Capricorn. And so I feel like it's very important for you to recognize that. You like to deal with actuals, and you know, sometimes we have to work from theory first, and lean into our beliefs more so than the condition of what is. It's like looking beyond a piece of art to find the meaning, like that Renee. I always like to comment on that Rene Magritte painting of the pipe and saying this is not a pipe. Yeah, because it's a painting of a pipe. And so like create that into whatever philosophy you will, Capricorn, but I assure you it would assist you in adopting a new mindset moving forward. Yes, you are an earth sign, but that doesn't mean everything has to be put in form for you to be able to work with it. You are the one that brings it to form. You are the one that builds a structure. You do not need to take on something that has already been created, because how then do you innovate, my dear Capricorn? So anyways, that is where I'm going to leave it. If you would like a more personalized experience, a one-on-one reading with me, check the description box below for the link. If you'd like to send some love and donate, link is also down below. For you aspiring readers, check out my Total Tarot course. Link is down below, as well as information about the cards that I used. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.